Well, what's up guys, welcome to another install video with Monkey Inc. Today's video will be a how-to video. I'm going to show you guys how to make sure the tension on your chain is perfect. I will do it on a small kiddies bike because some of these single speed bikes, as we've got here, they do have a tension adjustment on these bikes, otherwise the crank turns a bit heavy. And then I'll show you guys the tension adjustment on I'm going to use a road bike on the derailleur at the back to make sure that the tension on your derailleur with the chain is perfect as well. So yeah, stay tuned. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys on this one first. You can see there is a bit of play on this chain. Well, the moment you turn the crank, it gets to a point where it's a bit looser, and then it gets, you see there's a point where it's super loose, and then it gets to a point where the chain won't almost move. And that's what we've got there. You can see the chain is almost, it's just too tight, and you can feel the tension on the crank as well. So what we're going to do is we'll just take our 15 wrench or spanner, or what you guys want to use, depending on what you're going to use to loosen the wheel. So in this case it's going to be a 17 spanner because this bike actually has got some side wheels on here. So I'm just going to use it on this side. I'm not sure if the lighting will be too good, but let me show you guys. So the thing that you'll do is you'll get the chain to the point where it's at its stiffest. Just make sure there, at its stiffest. You'll take your wrench, make sure the wheel stays centered. You're just going to loosen this. Sure. Let's get that loosened real quick. I'm just going to loosen this a little bit, not too much. What I usually do is I just push the chain a little bit. That's too much there. So you can see some play on that chain. A little bit of play there. The wheel is still centered. And then we're just going to button up this again. And now it should be a lot better turning the little crank, because the youngsters, they don't have that much power inside them. And you see a lot better. There is a bit of play on this chain, but at least the crank is turning a lot smoother. Now on your smaller kiddies bikes, this is the only thing you're going to check regarding the tension on the chain, just to make sure the crank doesn't turn that heavy for the youngsters. On your bikes with the gears, etc., your road bike, mountain bike, the tension on your derailleur and the chain actually makes a big difference on your shifting capabilities of the bike. So the next one will be on that. Alright guys, the reason why I'm showing you guys the tension adjustment on a derailleur is because most people are mistaken when it comes to adjusting the tension on the derailleur or on your chain. I showed you guys on the kiddies bike because that actually just helps it crank move a bit smoother, and it doesn't get, it feels like it's actually getting stuck at one point when pedaling. So that's the only reason you're going to adjust the tension on a small bike's chain. But what most people really do or think wrong is when they put on a chain onto a bike, let's say for example this road bike here, and then they link the chain and it's all hanging like that, and they think, because they haven't measured the chain to be correct, they actually do just that, and then they turn in this tension screw on your derailleur just to get that tension on the chain right. That's wrong. You don't use the tension adjustment on a derailleur to stretch out your chain. You need to measure the chain correctly. There's a few different ways. I'll make a video of that if you guys are interested in that. But the tension adjustment on your derailleur is that when you have a big gear at the back, let's say this gear there, I hope you guys can actually catch it up, that gear there, mostly on your mountain bikes you've got that massive gear there, and then you use your adjustment to make sure that your pulley, your guide pulley, don't rub against that gear when you shift it up to the biggest gear. That's the main reason you're going to use the adjustment on your chain, on your derailleur. Yes, it is to make sure your chain's tension is correct, but you need to measure the chain firstly. So the tension adjustment screw is usually the one situated here back on the back of your derailleur. That's the one you're going to turn. In this case, it looks like that one there. If you guys can see. Let me see if I can get a better view. That one there. So that will be the tension screw you're going to turn. So if you need to get your jockey to move backwards a little bit to make sure the tension on the chain is perfect, you're going to turn it in clockwise, not a lot, and then when you need to release the tension, you will just release the tension or anti-clockwise on the screw. So remember, the main reason for your adjustment screw on the derailleur is to get your chain yes tensioned, but to get the pulley from your I want to show you guys it actually. Let me get a crank quickly.
6.5 hours later.
Alright, so I know this is a super far-fetched example or whatever, but I really want to show you guys this. So let's say that's your big gear at the back and this is your jockey. So when shifting, you want to prevent it from doing this, and you'll yet make a grinding noise before it actually pushes the derailleur away to be able to run on that. So that's when you're going to use the tension screw to get that away from that blade to be able to set that adjustment. So remember, it shouldn't be like that. You're going to set it away. So yeah, just a quick video on tension adjustments on your derailleur for the chain. The first one I showed you was just a kiddie's bike, and then the other one on a road bike. If there's any questions, guys, please comment down below. I'll if you want a clear video about it, or you don't understand quite as good as you should, I'll redo the video, or I'll answer you in the comments below. So yeah, guys, stay tuned for the motivation up next. Alright guys, the motivation for today is actually just two small or short quotes that I read this morning. I'm going to share it with you guys. When you focus on problems, you will have more problems. When you focus on possibilities, you will have more opportunities. For example, you're just going to say, I have this, I have that, I have this problems, and the only thing you're going to think about is those problems, and indirectly not thinking about that, you'll create more problems for yourself. And then all progress takes place outside of the comfort zone. And I can really vouch for that. I mean, I've been trying to do this YouTube channel, how-to videos, install videos, and it's out of my comfort zone completely. But I do enjoy it, and I must say, the moment I took action, I had this little camera, so I thought, no, let me start with this, and I had my cell phone, and I actually started filming on my cell phone most of the videos, and I'm still editing on my phone, because I'm one of those people. Yes, I can get a program from my computer or my laptop, but it's out of my comfort zone, and I'm scared to do that. And I think that's the main thing I want to leave you guys with. When you realize you want to do something, take action, even if it's out of your comfort zone, because that's the only way you'll be able to make progress. Don't think about your problems. Yes, they are there, but think about possibilities to overcome your problems, and you'll succeed. So yeah guys, stay safe, be strong, and never say never.